Check, 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 check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Let's test the mic. Let's test the settings. Check, check audio. Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. All right. Where you checking in from? Hey, listen, Shanika, let me know if my mic sounds okay. I got a new mic and everything. Tell me how I sound. I know you're looking at it from Facebook, so can you tell me how I sound? Um, hey, how y'all doing? Can somebody tell me how I sound on Facebook? Facebook and YouTube. Shanika, I see you looking. Can you tell me how I sound? I just want to make sure my sound is good. It sounds great. Okay, because yesterday I had all kinds of problems. I got a new mic, new everything. Yes, thank you. All right, all right, all right. If you are on TikTok, please give me some likes. Give me some likes, and then they will invite more people because tonight I got something good. So what I want y'all to do is tell me where you're checking in from. All right, what's your name and where you checking in from? And give me some likes over on TikTok. Give me some likes. All right, wait, your name. I got Marva checking in from Cincinnati, Ohio. Teresa checking in from Pittsburgh, PA in the building. All right, I got somebody checking in from South Dakota. Who is that? I nailed the Democrat. I Dothan, Alabama in the building. Faye from Orlando. I got Steph from Indiana in the building. Pam from Atlanta. Stay tuned, Pam. I'm coming to Atlanta next weekend. I want you to come out and check me out. All right. We got somebody from Moreno Valley, California. Yay. Miss Kim in the building. Hey, is that Yanti from Indonesia? Indonesia. Brenda. Hey, from Goldsboro, North Kakalaki, right where I'm at. All right, y'all. We're going to get, let me see. Everybody, I just want to know where you're checking in from. We got 2 people from Indonesia. We got Maria from South Africa. Let me see who else. Who else we got over on TikTok? I need to know where you're checking in from. All right. And so tonight we got a good one for you. Ontario, Canada in the building. New York City. Reidsville, North Carolina in the building. All right. Nashville, Tennessee. All right, in the building. Yes, thank you so much for joining me tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me tonight. The doctor, aka Coach Ken. And tonight we got a good show for you. And tonight the show is, why is dating over 40 so difficult? Why is dating over 40? What's up, Stephen? And G Borough, where I'm located. All right, y'all. Louisville, Kentucky in the building. So tonight, I want you all, if you have ever wanted to date, if you've ever wanted to meet somebody new and you're over 40, you could be 50 and you could be 60. I just put a couple together that's 64 years old. So the principle, the dating game. And so someone, after my live yesterday, someone hit me and said, hey, Coach, do you ever do anything dating for people over 40? And I said, I do. And she said, you ought to do a live or something on why is it so difficult for people over 40 to date? And y'all know what? I thought about it because my people who I coach over 40, they get in relationships, many of them. Okay? They get in relationships. And people ask, how is it that you're able to do that? Well, there's a formula. So, but what I've got to do tonight is I want to talk to you about why it's so difficult. And I want you to understand, I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give it to you right. Some people aren't going to listen to me. Okay. Some people are going to take the shit in their head and they're going to disregard what I'm going to say. And they are going to keep getting the same results that they've been getting. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to tell those of you who want to actually listen, and who want a different result, I am going to show you how to do it. All right. But you got to hang with me. You got to hang with me. So I ain't going to be on about 35, 40 minutes at the most. Okay. And so I want you to put in the comments section, Coach, I need to listen to this. I do. I need help. I'm over 40, or you might be 35. I might be 55 or 65, but you want to date again and you want to know how. What's the formula? Why am I having such a tough time? If that is you, I want you. This is, no, it's not a lecture on bad news. It's actually good news, but you might ought to be out anyway if you're starting with that type of energy, Hawaiian girl. Hawaiian girl says, if this lecture is more bad news, I'm out. I suggest you be out anyway, because if you've watched any of my lives, you know that I don't do bad news. I believe in love. I believe I believe in relationships. I believe in marriage. I believe, and I put couples together and I've kept couples together. I've saved over 298 marriages. And I want to say, listen, I put together thousands. And so what I say is, I don't have time for drama either. I don't blame you, but you cannot come with that energy, because that energy is the energy that attracts more like it. So instead of saying, I don't want no drama, say what you do want. I do want some enlightening. I want some empowerment. I want something that's going to change my life. And then you will get that. You attract not what you want, but you attract who you are. All right. And so if that's you and you want something different than what you're getting, say, I do. All right. Put in the comment section, I do. And then Coach will get busy. I on TikTok, I need you to give me some likes. I need you to get me up to 5,000 likes. Hit that button really quickly. And then we are about to get busy. All right. We are about to get busy. And so what I'm going to say to many of you, give me some likes, give me some likes, give me some likes, TikTok. And what I'm going to say to many of you, what I'm going to say to you is going to change your life. All right. It is going to change some of your lives. Now, y'all know me, those who watch me. I'm not about negativity. I'm not the coach who talks about men ain't shit, women ain't shit. That is not me. That is not me. I believe in helping pull people together. I am not a prognosticator who divides people and they make it work as a result of that. I am not that person. All right. So if that's you, we're about ready. How many likes I got on TikTok? 2.4 thousand. I need 2.4 more to get to 5,000. Give me some likes and then I can get busy. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So let me start this by saying what happened recently. So I have a client. Who is 62 years old. Okay. And this particular client thought that, that they were too old, that they would not be dating anymore, although they had a desire to date. They had a desire to date. But what they did was they told themselves all of the limiting beliefs, like, I'm too old, like, all men cheat, like, nobody's going to accept me for me. Okay. Nobody I'm going to be compatible with. Now, listen to what I just said. She wanted to date, yet she was telling herself all of these things. She had all of these things. I'm not getting to nothing. If I talk too much, get off the phone. You ain't got to listen to me. So I'm going to take my time. I'm not getting the shit. I get there when I get there. If you want to get off, user 6645, get the hell off. Let me do this. I'm doing this. If they don't want to hang around because I take too long, so what? Take too long. I'm going to take my time. Thank you. I'm going to take my time. So anyway, I get back. I regress. I get back. So she was telling me all of the things that she wanted. But what I said was, you want a relationship, yet you have all of these limiting beliefs. A limiting belief is something a belief that you have in your subconscious programming that keeps you from obtaining something you desire. For instance, a limiting belief might be something like this. I say I want to be rich, yet I say I can never be rich because I don't have enough education. I can never be rich because I don't have enough money to start a business. I can never. So what happens is the thing that I desire acts contrary to the belief that I have. Now tell me this, how many of you want something, but then you have a limiting belief that really is resisting the thing that you want? So you say, I want a relationship. Then in the next breath, you say, nope, I'm too old. Okay. Nope, I'm too old. All right. And so what I'm going to say is this right here is part of what we're going to talk about tonight is how do you get what it is you want, and some of it. And so I'm going to frame this in why is it so hard dating over 40? All right. So let's get busy. But I want you to understand this particular lady who's my client, who's 62 years old. She is in a relationship now. And I told her what we're going to do is go through the 8 steps that I told her, the 8 things that I did to help her, because at her age, she thought I could never have another relationship. I've been divorced. I thought it was over for me. And I said, once we eradicated the limiting belief, once we got into it, and I showed her what was possible, I want to show each of you what it's possible for each of you. Now, some of you will not accept it. Some of you will think this is hogwash. Some of you will think it's bullshit. Some of you will blame the opposite sex for your plight. Some of you will blame your mother. Some of you will blame your father. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's all about you are the co-creator of your life. And you can have anything you want. So let's get busy. All right. 8 reasons why it's difficult dating over 40. Number 1, write this down. Your mindset is too rigid. Your mindset is too rigid. See, the good thing about being over 40 is you have wisdom. The bad thing about being over 40 is you have wisdom. You see, what I always tell people is because you have wisdom, because you've seen a little bit of life, what you do is you frame everything in life based on the past, based on the things that you've seen. I get it sometimes. I get it. Wisdom will help you, but I teach people you have to be willing to look at the world with a new set of eyes, look at the world with a new lens. You have to think about the mindset you have. And a lot of times the mindset people have is not a growth mindset. It is not a growth mindset. It is a stagnant mindset. And so the stagnant mindset says all men cheat. The stagnant mindset says, I will never get on online dating. The stagnant mindset says that, you know what? That I cannot have something. And so when you have the mindset, that particular mindset, then that mindset programs your subconscious mind, which whether you know it or not, Your subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of your reality. Think of your subconscious mind as the program that you operate off of. The subconscious mind, think about it like it is, it is the thing that's working behind the scenes. Have you ever drove to work? Have you ever drove to work, but you had a whole bunch of stuff on your mind and you don't really know how you got to work, but you knew to turn right here. You knew to turn left here. And you never consciously thought about where you were going. Well, because your subconscious mind knows what to do. It is the habitual mind. It is the mind that is formed, that is programmed by our habits, by what we tell it over and over again, what we do over and over again. And your subconscious mind has been programmed to believe what you believe. All right. And so the first thing I tell people is we have to rewrite the program. So think about it. Your subconscious mind holds all of your memories. It holds all of your experiences. It holds all of your thoughts, all of the things that you believe in your subconscious mind. And so a lot of times when you are unwilling to rewrite the program that your subconscious mind operates on. So think about it, y'all. Some of us do shit that mom and them told us to do, that your auntie told you to do, your daddy told you to do, that is not right. It is incorrect. It is not serving you. It is not helping you get the things that you want, yet you still keep doing it. That is subconscious programming. And so what I'm saying is, listen, I am not saying, somebody says, what's the point of it if you keep falling for the same stuff? We're going to get to that part. I like what you just said because somebody just asked the question, well, what difference we keep falling for the same stuff? I said, yeah, part of it is changing your subconscious programming so you don't fall for the same stuff. I am glad you said that because inside of these 8 that I'm going to show you, how you stop falling for the same stuff. The reason why you keep falling for the same stuff is because your subconscious mind is programmed for the thing that you keep falling for. It is. And most people don't know it until someone like me, someone who has the knowledge, someone who's helped a lot of people, someone who's written 8 books, sold 500,000 books, and understands human behavior, why we do what we do. And until you get to that, until you're willing to open your mind and say, you know what I'm doing is not working. And what I'm going to do is I am going to do something different. I am going to, and I don't know how to, but I'm going to get somebody to coach me. I'm going to get somebody to guide me. When you get to that point, now you are setting the stage for change. Number 2, why dating over 40 is so hard. Number 2 is, oh my goodness, is limited communication skills. Limited communication skills. Limited to no communication skills. I am teaching a class, a communication intensive right now. It is 8-9 weeks. It is called What He Said, What She Heard. It is a class, the art of communicating with a man. So I'm teaching women how to communicate with a man. See, what happens is most of us think we're great communicators. Most of us think we got communicating down. And then I say this. I say, okay, you think you're a good communicator? Okay. A lot of people on this live, it's 400 people on this live. 400 of y'all. If I asked you all, how many of you think that you're a great communicator? Then you would probably say, a lot of you would say, Coach, I'm a great communicator. And I would ask them this question right here. I would say, okay, have you ever not said something to someone that you wanted to say, but you did not say it because you either didn't know how to say it, or you didn't say it because you were worried about what they were going to think based on what you were going to say? And most everybody raises their hand. And then I say, you are a poor communicator. And see, I said, whether it's you don't know how to say it, or whether you don't know how to say it, or you didn't say it because in fear of, if I say it wrong, the other person is going to perceive it differently. And so what happens to people is this. Y'all, in my listen, I want to say this right here. Y'all, my new app is coming out in July. And I'm gonna be teaching people how to communicate. So someone asked me the other day, someone said, you know what, this man keeps asking me for sex, and I don't want to say no, I don't want to run him off, but I don't know how to say it. And I said, okay. I said, let me show you how to communicate what it is you want to communicate. And she said, I said, well, what is it that you want to communicate? She says, I want to keep the relationship going, but I don't want to have sex because I've done this time and time again before I get to know the person. And so I said, allow me to show you how to communicate it in a way that the other person understands your message. You get your message across. Now the other person doesn't want to disappear, and you feel good because you've communicated your message. Here we go. So I said, here's what I want you to say. Coach, I said, I'm the guy. Coach, you know what? I would love to get to know you in a physical way. I would love to build a physical relationship with you. But the truth is, right now in my life, the most important thing is my mental and emotional connection. The mental connection is so important because I want to determine if we see the world the same, if our core values line up. And so if we ever get to the physical connection, I'm all for that. But right now, the mental connection is what I'm striving for. And and she said, that is amazing. I said, what did I just say? I simply said that, look, you're not going to get any, and you're not going to get any, but this way. And some people say, stop beating around the bush. I don't want to beat around the bush. I said, okay, say it the way you want to say it if the shit's working for you. See, the problem is in communication, the problem is there is a sender and a receiver. The sender wants to get across a certain message, but you can say it any way you want to. But if they don't get the message, then fine. But if that's the reality is, if you're communicating and you don't give a fuck what they think, say it how you need to say it. But I imagine you're a poor communicator too. And so what I'm simply saying to y'all is communication. And so you'll have people on my lives who can't communicate, and they'll say, I'm just a straightforward kind of person. I want to say it. You can say it straightforward. How come when I put it together in a certain way that the other person does not feel offended, the other person gets my message, and we continue down the road, okay? Then that's because your ass don't know what the hell to do. You don't know what the hell to say, so keep doing what you're doing. You get clowns on here. I love the clowns. Let them come. Number 3, the reason why dating is so difficult. This is big right here. Number 3, because people aren't willing to brand and market themselves. Listen to me carefully. People aren't willing to brand and market themselves. See, y'all, what I'm about to say is going to drive some people crazy. Some people are going to be like, hell with it. I don't want to date. Well, if you don't want to date, if you don't want to meet anybody, don't. But the truth is this, is that you can't sit at home and expect Mr. Right or Mrs. Right to show up. You can't not be proactive about it. So imagine this. If you wanted to get a degree, what would you do? You would learn, you would go to class, you would study and do the things you needed to do. Okay? But why is it that you want to meet someone, but you're not willing to actually market yourself? And what I mean by market yourself, I mean put yourself in a position where you look favorable to the people you want to attract. Whether it be your conversation, your communication, whether it be your profile, whether it be, I teach my people how to brand themselves. I said, I teach them the kind of pictures to take. I teach them all of those things. Yeah, I teach them all of those things. But a lot of people say, I'm not willing to do it. Then you know what I say? You're not willing to date. You're not willing to date. And that's fine. But I'm telling you why it's hard. See, it's hard because people are unwilling to do the work necessary to get what they want. So let me say this to y'all. So many of you know on July 11th, I am on a TV show called Unfaithful Caught in the Act. This TV show is on MTV. It's going to be at 9 o'clock starting July 11th. Okay. And people will say, I got to say this. Somebody just put up here, dating over 40 is hard because men don't want a relationship. That's not true. I'm putting men in relationships all day long. Men don't want to pick the wrong person, just like women don't want to pick the wrong person. That's a limiting belief. What she just said is a limiting belief, y'all, because people are getting in relationships all day long that are over 40. And so it's not because men don't want a relationship. Men do want a relationship. There are some men who don't. There are some ladies who don't want a relationship. But the reality is your limiting beliefs are keeping you from getting it. I digress. Get back to my point. Here's the thing. I'm on a TV show. I'm over 50, right? And I'm a coach. And so I wanted to be on television. I've been on television before, but most of the people on television are much younger than me. Okay. And so, but what did I do? I acted as if I began branding and marketing myself. I began putting out content. That's why I got close to 1 million followers now. I said, I began putting out content based on my brand, based on, you notice all of my content. I curse. I'm very knowledgeable. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. I'm all of the things that I wanted my brand to be. Someone from the show saw my brand and they said, hey, we want you to come audition for this role. I auditioned. There were tons of celebrities there. And you know what? They picked me. I did 20 episodes. 20 episodes, y'all gonna start seeing them. And y'all, if I wasn't willing to brand and market myself, this opportunity would not have presented itself. Just like dating. Each person is a brand name product. Each person has a set of attributes. Each person has a set of unique qualities that are just for you. And so if you take the approach that I need to market myself in a certain way to attract the kind of partner that I want. If I'm not willing to if I'm not willing to market myself, the truth is, how can you expect to get it? And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. And I say, you're going to keep getting the results that you're getting. And so that's number 3. That's why over 40, people aren't willing to market themselves. You know what? A lot of times we get over 40. I often say this. I say, we get over 40 and we get into a mindset, a rigid mindset. And this rigid mindset will not allow us to do other things. It won't allow us to step outside our box. I often say to my people that everything God's got for you, everything lies outside your comfort zone. If you're not willing to step outside your comfort zone, then you can't have it. I'm sorry. Number 3 was you have to be willing to brand and market yourself, to be found, to be noticed by the person or the target audience that you want. And that's just the truth. Number 4, wow. Hoo-wee. This is big right here. Write this down. You don't know how to truly get to know someone. So what happens when you get over 40, you just expect it to work. A person should know what you're thinking. You know what? You get mad, you walk away when the person don't know what you're thinking. The person doesn't know to open your door. But you don't tell them because you don't know how to communicate. You don't tell them that you'd like them to open your door and what it means to you when a man opens your door, but you just expect him to know to open your door. And so what I teach people is this. One of the biggest reasons why people over 40 do not date, do not find the person of their dream, is because they don't know how to get to truly know someone. They don't know how to vet someone. That's why they keep picking the wrong person. You can disagree all you want, but I'm going to share it with you why. Y'all, I don't ever tell you anything unless I tell you why. Here's why. Because most people attempt to get to know a person asking conscious questions. Conscious questions are questions like, where do you work? How many children do you have? Where did you go to school? Now, what happens when you ask conscious questions, you first of all, let me tell you what conscious questions are. Conscious questions are based in your conscious mind, not your subconscious mind. These are questions on the top of your mind. Your logical mind can answer how many kids you have. You don't have to think. You don't have to go into your subconscious programming. Conscious questions are questions that you can answer off the top of your head. Okay? Now, most of us, you attempt to get to know a person off the top of conscious minded questions. Now, here's the problem. The problem is that the true person who you're trying to get to know is in their subconscious mind. That's where their beliefs are. That's where their emotions are, their thought processes. So you can never get to know a person. So what do? All you do is you dating a person and you thinking, oh, I like the way they make me feel. They're texting me every day. They're telling me how beautiful I am. Hey, love, I hope you have a good day. And you are not that, and you have not gotten to know the person. And so what I teach people is, wait a minute, let's find out who the person is by asking subconscious questions. So subconscious questions are questions that go deeper under the surface. Like, for instance, here's a subconscious question. And at the end of, if you stay to the end of this live, I'm going to show you how to get my book that has over 250 subconscious questions. I'm going to give it to you, but you got to stay to the end. So, but you got to do one thing. And so here's a subconscious question. For instance, tell me what you learned from your last two relationships. Well, that's not at the top of their mind. That's not at the top. They have to go into their subconscious mind to think about it. Okay, here's another subconscious question. Tell me one thing that you learned from your father that you have taken with you today that helps you become a better person, that help you be a better person. Think about what I just asked them. Y'all, I just asked them a subconscious question. And so what happens is, when you begin asking a person a subconscious question, is because you get to know below the surface. You don't say things like Cherry 5-0 saying dating is it's hard because people are too needy. Because that person doesn't have a clue. They're just talking shit. They just saying stupid stuff, y'all. You got to be willing. You got to be willing to understand that I got to get to the deep part of the person. I got to go beyond the subconscious into their subconscious. If you can't go into their subconscious, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get to understand who the person is. And then what happens? When you don't get to understand who the person is, 6 months down the road, you're in a relationship, you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is you're going to be like, dang, I thought this person was somebody different. It's because you didn't know how. That's why when they're over 40, the people won't get coaching. They think, I don't want to get coaching. I don't need no coaching. I don't need a coaching. You listen to people who like these people, this Sharice 5.0, who's saying dumb stuff. And then what you do is you go get advice from your friends. You go get advice from people who don't have a clue, like some of these people. And then what happens is you get advice from somebody who does not have the very thing that you seek. The very thing that you seek, y'all. That is silly. I'm not, y'all, y'all know me. Y'all been watching me a long time. I'm just going to keep it I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm not going to lie. I understand it because I put together so many relationships. I saved so many relationships. I understand human behavior. So when you listen to some of these dumbass people who's saying stuff to you, think about it. It's almost like, you know what? You can't get right on wrong information. That's just the truth. Number 5. Number 5. I put 8 things down here, so I'm gonna give y'all all 8 of them. Number 5, and all of them don't apply to you. Okay, get it. And you ain't got to do everything perfect. All you have to do is grasp 1 or 2 things. You grasp 1 or 2 concepts, and then you learn how to be great at collecting data, asking questions to get to know the person. And that's what I would say. Number 5 is most people don't understand the purpose of a relationship. Now, I'm going to slow it down and I'm going to get deep for a minute. You see, if I ask a person, well, what's the purpose of a relationship? I ask them, what's the purpose of a relationship? And I say, and people will tell me this, and then they'll say, well, to have fun with somebody. I said, no, that's the byproduct of the relationship. What is the purpose of the relationship? Well, somebody I can spend time with. And I said, no. That's the byproduct of the relationship. I said, now listen to me carefully. I said, the purpose of a relationship is to heal and to grow. To heal and to grow. I said, because everything that you will get in a relationship, a home, a car, children, money, all of those are byproducts of growth. Okay. And then I said, the other part is the healing. See, this is the misnomer. Many people say things like, you need to be healed. No, you don't. If that would be the case, most of us wouldn't be in relationships because healing is a lifelong thing. Do I believe you should be on your healing journey? Do I believe there are some things in your life that you should be healed from? Yes, I do. But do you need to be healed from every single thing? No, because everybody has something inside of them that needs to be healed. And so, but what a relationship does, a relationship exposes what needs to be healed in you. And so what happened was, in my relationship with my wife, she exposed my anger issues many years ago. Because the relationship, what I always tell people, it's something about a relationship that will trigger the part of you that is unhealed. And I realized I needed to heal that part of me. And when it was through the relationship that I saw the value of it. Now I rarely get mad at stuff. Now I will check people, but I don't get mad. I mean, if somebody, I think about it, y'all, I get criticized every day, but I don't care. You know why? Because many of the people who criticize, I think about it. I don't know what lens that they're speaking from. Most of them have so much pain and trauma, and they're projecting the pain and trauma onto someone they don't know because they can hide behind the keyboard. So I rarely comment on it because, like I said, think about this, y'all. We have to understand there are people out there that are hurting. There are people out there who've experienced trauma. There are people out there who are in toxic relationships and they don't know how to get out. And so what we have to do is we have to be kind enough. We have enough grace to say, you know what? I'm gonna let that person ride. I'm gonna let, some people like, I'm gonna check everybody. I don't check everybody. I only check the ones that make 5 or 6 comments, dumb comments. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to mess up the energy in what you're doing. And so I check those people for the rest of y'all. because I'm not going to let them mess up the energy. Now, that being said, I want y'all to understand when you go into a relationship, think about it like this. The relationship is not about making you feel good. It's about making you be good. And as a result of you being good, you will feel good. What happens is we get in a relationship and we want the other person to make us feel a certain way. And when the other person makes us feel a certain way, we like, oh, the relationship is great. Oh, everything is so great in the relationship. I just love you. I just love you. And the reality is no, the relationship is about healing you so you have self-love. And once you have self-love, that self-love will be permeated. It will become a reflector to the world. You will become a reflector. And when you become a reflector, think about it like this. You will become love, and then love will be exuded back to you. Okay? No, I'm not giving you the next one. User 6645. I thought you was gone off my live. Damn, you still here? I thought you was gone. Matter of fact, you might make me tarry longer. But does that make sense, y'all? And so what I'm going to say to y'all is you got to understand that if you don't know the purpose of the relationship, when my late bishop used to say this, he said, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. All right. Abuse is inevitable. And so what I'm gonna say to you is you gotta understand. So you gotta understand that. So hey, I just want you to understand. All right. I'll say it again. When the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you don't know the purpose of the relationship, you're ultimately going to abuse it. Does that make sense? All right. Let me fix this. All right. Number six, why dating relationship is hard is because most people don't know what they truly want. They just say, well, I just want a relationship. Well, and when I break down, when I come back and I say, all right, tell me the type of relationship. Anybody in my classes, what we do is I break down my personal client, tell me what it is you want and tell me why you want it. And then when I cause them to do that, it makes them go deeper inside of themselves. See, because if you cannot identify what it is you want, not just what it is you want, but why you want it, then the thing you become, then what happens is, how will you know once you get it? How will you know? You won't know, because the only thing that you're truly relying on is how this thing makes you feel. See, the truth is, a true relationship, there are ebbs and flow in your feelings. One day you might like your wife and one day you might not. There have been days I ain't like my wife. Now I loved her every day. I was committed to her every day because love is based on commitment. It is not based on my arbitrary feelings at any given time. It is not based on that. And so when you don't know what it is you want, what happens to you is you get caught up in this state of limbo. In this state of limbo, what happens is your subconscious mind is not clear about it. Listen to me carefully. Whenever the mind is confused, it always says, no, I don't want it. Whenever the mind is confused, it always rejects the thing. And so whenever you're confused about a relationship, the mind will reject the relationship and you don't even know why. You might say, well, I just ain't feeling them anymore. I just don't feel like I used to. I don't understand it. And what it is, you never knew what it was you wanted from the beginning. You were never clear. You never had the clarity because you've never gone through this exercise of understanding, getting clear so that your subconscious mind and the power of the universe can bring the thing to you that you desire because you are clear about what it is you want. But most of us are unclear about what it is we want. We're not clear about it. And so because you're not clear, your subconscious mind is not clear, and it's not going to help you get it. Y'all, this is deep. I know it's deep, but I'm just saying. Number 7, okay? Number 7 is simply this. Why is it dating over 40 so difficult? Number 7 is one of the biggest reasons is because people don't believe in partnership. People believe in, selfishness. And I believe that, well, people believe in self-centeredness. I did a video that simply said that everyone should be selfish, but you shouldn't be self-centered. And I explained that selfish is about taking care of yourself first. It is about not only taking care of yourself, it is about putting your mask on first. It is about loving yourself first. But self-centered is when nobody else matters. And so what happens is nowadays people don't believe in partnership. I get so many women that I coach that say, I ain't building a man up. I ain't gonna build him up. I ain't about that life. And I say, okay, you're not, what if what I'm saying is not building a man, partnership? What if it's about we all working? And I tell men the same thing. This is about partnership. It is about finding someone you can work together. My wife business when it comes to finances. We are partners. The thing is this. We have the type of relationship where whenever something happens, we build together. A lot of y'all who join my app, when you join my app that's coming out, you're going to see content that they don't see on YouTube. You're going to see content that I will never put on Instagram. You're going to see content, and part of my app is education. But the other part of my app is entertainment. You're going to see me and my life, my family really living a relationship. Not bullshitting, not finding and not saying. We're going to be really living the real deal. And some of it is, we ain't faking. We're not faking. It's just who we are. And so I need to show people what a real relationship looks like, because a lot of you have never seen one. A lot of you don't know what it looks like, and don't know what it looks like when it comes to partnership, when it comes to us putting things together, achieving stuff together. When it comes out, when you have one mind focused on one thing, when you have two minds focused on one thing, that becomes one mind. And that doesn't mean your person. And how do you do that when your personalities are different? Well, that's what we're going to teach you. Y'all, hang loose with Coach. Coach, listen, Coach ain't playing with this. Coach ain't playing with it. We ain't faking. We ain't faking. Last but not least, hang loose. I'm going to show you how to get my book of subconscious questions in a second. Hang loose. The last thing and the most important thing, you know why relationships don't work over 40? A lot of them is because people have not gone on that self-love journey. See, some people are looking for other people to make them happy. No one can make you happy. The truth is, here's the thing. The truth is, people say, Coach, I'm looking for somebody to make me happy. Then I always say to them, no, become someone who makes you happy, and then you will attract someone who is happy. Ooh, that's deep, Coach. I say this. I say this. I say, focus on self-love. Become someone who makes you happy, and then you will attract someone who's already happy. Listen, y'all, I'm not saying that you got to get everything, got to understand everything. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is this. I am saying that if you want a relationship, if you want that, make your intentions known. Make it known and say, listen, Coach, I want that, because I'm going to provide a way that everybody who wants it, who wants to do the work, can have it. If you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to say, you know what, I'm willing to do this work, you can have it. But here's where it starts. For every one of y'all who are listening to me tonight, I want to tell you something. Coach got 1 million followers now on all his platforms. And Coach, y'all know I'm polarizing. I know a lot of things that I say. But the one thing you know about me, I believe in love. I don't believe in dehumanizing people. I believe that there are great women out there. I believe that there are great men out there. I believe there are great people who are just waiting to find each other. And Coach Ken Canion is building the bridge. So I got it. Somebody heard me. I was on this podcast called Intimate Conversations. And on the podcast, this is the owner of it heard my philosophy. And she said, I am putting together a panel, a tour. And this tour is going to have relationship coaches from around. She asked Coach to be on the tour. And on February 8th, I'm going to be on this tour. It's going to be live in Atlanta. For those of you who are in Atlanta, I'd love for you to come out. But for those of you who can't, it's going to be remote. And so here's what Coach wants you to do. Remember, I told you I wrote a book called Just Ask. This ebook, it's an ebook. I revamped it. I've revamped it recently, and I've put over 250 subconscious questions in there so that you can get to know the person, right? It's powerful. Not me and my team created this book. It is amazing. My clients have it. Then what I did was I did a dating toolkit. All of the things that you need to know to have before you start dating. I put it all in one book. And then I put a relationship checkup. All of this to make sure that you are doing a checkup on your relationship. I put all of this in one book. It's 3 books in one. I'm going to give it to you tonight. It's a $60 value. Anybody who wants the book, you have to do one thing though. One thing, if you want this book, if you want these 3 books in one, I will give it to you tonight. But you have to do one thing. I want you to first say, I do. I want it. I want it. I want it. And what you do, if you say I want it, I'm going to tell you what you have to do. Okay? All right. So just say, I want the book. It's 3 books in one. Thank you, Brenda. Brenda has it. Brenda said it is fire. All right. So this is what you have to do to get it. All I'm asking you to do is go purchase a $9.95 ticket to this Intimate Conversations podcast that I'm going to be on July 8th. Okay. All you got to do is buy a $9.95 ticket and you can watch it live. You can ask questions, all of the above. If you are in Atlanta, if you're in Atlanta and you want to come out and see Coach, here's what Coach is going to do. I'm putting together an hour session for all of my people so we can spend an hour and you can ask me any question you want. So let me tell you how to do it. If you're on Instagram or TikTok, all you have to do is go up to my bio. Go up to my bio, click on the link tree, and you will see Intimate Conversations podcast. Click it. Buy the online ticket, $9.99. And all you have to do is send me an email at coachkencanion@gmail.com telling me that you bought the book, and I will send you the ebook, the Just Ask book, the dating checkup, the dating toolkit, and the checkup for free. I will send it to you for free. All you have to do is go to first, if you're on TikTok, I'm going to tell you what to do on Facebook and YouTube. But if you're on TikTok and you're on Instagram, go up to my bio, click on the link tree. You will see Intimate Conversations. All right. And all I want you to do is, I thought you were gone 6645. Oh, you still here? All you got to do is click on it, click on the link, buy the ticket for $9.95. I'll send you the book for free. All right. All you got to do, but you got to email me at coachkencanion@gmail.com and let me know. If you are, let me know that you purchased it. If you are on YouTube or Facebook, I'm about to put the link in the comment section where you can go. All right, here it is. The Eventbrite is right there. You can go to the Eventbrite, get your ticket, email me. When you email me, I am going to send you the book right away. Right away. And a lot of my students on here who are watching already have the book and they say it's great. Thank you so much for doing that. Listen, and that's what I'm all about. All right. So go to my link tree. Go to my link tree. Go to my link tree. Click on um, intimate conversations. Now, if you want to come in person, here's what you do. The tickets say $49.95, but if you put in the code KEN, KEN, and it's $29.95, and let me know that you're going to be there, we will spend an hour together. Y'all, we'll go over, we'll answer any questions, anyone you want. Oh, what is Lauren? You must have got here late. What are the tickets for? I am going to be on this panel, this big tour called Intimate Conversations. It's going to be in Atlanta first on September 8th. And I said that I'm giving everybody my Just Ask book for free, my ebook. If you get a ticket, a virtual ticket, and email me at CoachKenCanion@gmail. I will send you the book tonight. The book is in Atlanta. It is going to be next weekend, next Saturday in Atlanta. And if you want to come, if you want to hook up and we just have our session and we do our thing, email me at CoachKenCanion@gmail.com. That is all, y'all. I am done for the night. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. And y'all do know I'm going to be back at it tomorrow. Okay. But go get your book. Email me at CoachKenCanion@gmail. Go get your ebook. I promise you it's going to change your life. I'm out.